Two pilots employed by StarQuest Limited, a massive manufacturing and parts supplier, are returning from their first expedition together. They were complete strangers who had never flown together and, frankly, both preferred to work alone. Not much was spoken during the journey. Much awkward and sometimes painful silence was present on their quest, but it was a big job and paid well. As they re-enter SQL's orbit, the planet suddenly explodes, blasting them back into the blackness of space. Their tattered ship spins out of control as they hold on for dear life. Lucy, who was captaining the ship, gives Clint the controls as she tries to assess the damages. Just then, something on the ship explodes. Clint looks back to see Lucy writhing on the floor, bleeding and bruised, but alive. Clint spots a nearby planet passing by and makes a decision. He pulls a few levers to initiate an emergency auto landing. He rushes back and grabs Lucy, helping her into the cockpit. He buckles her in for the bumpy ride. Dazed, Lucy grabs Clint's hand and squeezes hard as they descend onto the planet. Crash! A hard landing destroys the ship, but our pilots are okay. They crawl out from the wreckage and peer around at this unknown planet. With nothing but a few weapons, tools, and some parts, they look to each other meaningfully for the first time. The weight of what they must do to survive hangs heavily on their teamwork. Two strangers left to build and create a future here, whatever that future may hold. Hey everybody, it's JJamJim. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play series of Rimworld. This series is called Lucy and Clint, for good reason. Welcome. So, I have not seen this map yet, at all. Lots of marsh. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so basically, let me catch you up on a little bit more about this story. We obviously finished our last playthroughs. One ended abruptly and the other ended earlier than I would have liked, but I think it was for the best. Now, the main focus of this playthrough is going to be the addition of the psychology mod that I added. And the psychology mod, basically what I did was I created Lucy and Clint in the Prepare Carefully mod, and then I gave them different ratings based on all of these traits, I guess you could say they were. And the psychology mod seems really interesting, and a lot of people like it, and it's just adds a whole nother depth and layer to the game and how people interact with each other. They go on dates, they do all sorts of things, and so it seemed like a really interesting mod because that is something that I wanted to explore more. Like I love the social and the psychological aspect of the game, so that is a huge part of this playthrough, is Lucy and Clint's story. And do they get together? Do they not? It's not set in stone. We don't know what's going to happen. So, but that's part of the fun, isn't it? So, we have Lucy and Clint here, and I'll kind of go through their characters a little bit more as we play. I also added another big one is the weapons pack mod. I had this earlier, I think in Alpha 15. But I thought I would put it back in the game because it adds so many different weapons, and it's I think it's a good addition. So we added that in as well. We are playing on a boreal map, and it's 20 days of growing. It's very cold here, and we only have a few meager supplies. We have 10 packaged meals. I also gave them a military shovel and a steel pickaxe, which is from the weapons pack as well. And they each get a Desert Eagle. These were sort of just for, like, I don't know, storytelling purposes. And we also have just a few components. I gave them 10 components and some steel. You know, parts from the ship that exploded. I also gave them a bunch of silver, 1,500 silver, because based on the story, they were coming back from a large deal where they sold a bunch of parts and they had a big job, so they got a lot of money. Now, what we can do with that money right now remains to be seen. First, we need to figure out how to survive. So I'm going to just allow everything. And what I think we're going to need to do is it gets very cold here. I think it gets to like -13 Fahrenheit during the winter. which is really cold. Lucy has a duster on, and Clint has a jacket. But I figure what might be a good idea is to encompass a steam geyser very, very soon. This is also a new Rivals, and not the tribal, so we did start with electricity. And let's see, I added a couple other mods as well that I did not have in the previous playthrough, but we'll kind of go through those as we get started here. So Lucy, let's just equip their weapons and get all that straightened out. So Lucy and Clint, they're both good at shooting. Lucy loves shooting. She loves it. She was an abandoned child when she was younger. Parents left her, and she was a combat engineer who fixed guns and loved the thrill of it. She's beautiful, desensitized, which is part of the psychology mod, which I thought was a really interesting trait. I'm not sure how it affects people. It might kind of be like masochist, where you don't care about what happens, or like psychopath or something. And then insomniac, which I thought was also interesting. She can't sleep very well. So she wakes up sooner and gets less rest from sleeping. So we'll see kind of how that affects her. And then we have Clint here. Clint is really good at shooting and really good at melee, but has no passion for it. He was a boy soldier, and when he grew up, he became a lot more emotional and just did not care as much for fighting, but he's very good at it, and he's also a careful shooter. I also made him desensitized because he was a boy soldier. These two definitely have very tough pasts, and so I wanted that to sort of be a trait that they shared, some sort of a shared experience type of thing. And then he's also neurotic, which kind of felt like I fit his MO. He's also an expert handyman as an adult, so he's very good at crafting. He also has a passion for intellectual, not really great at it yet. They sort of complement. I mean, I'm only starting with 2 people on extreme, so I had to make sure that I complemented their skills a bit. Which is just kind of what you need to do when you start out. So let's figure out where we want to set up. There's a lot of bushes here, so what I think we might start with is, let's just get a stockpile. There's a lot of water and marsh on this map. I find that in boreal maps, there's a lot of marsh. I'm not real sure why. So, in terms of playable, I thought that was a steam geyser, and I was like, that is in the worst place. So there's another steam geyser here. So I wonder if maybe we block this off and this off. Or even down here. And get these two steam geysers inside. We're a little close to the edge of the map, however there's a river here, and they can only cross here and here, it looks like. So we do have a little bit of time to get some things figured out. Yeah, I want to build away from the marsh, so I feel like kind of this big square is going to be sort of like our base. Yeah, because there's a lot of marsh up north there, and then a lot of water and marsh down here, and yeah, it kind of seems like this is going to be our main area. Okay, so let's start by figuring out where they're going to live. This might be an ancient danger. We'll pop that eventually. What is this? Silver. Nice. Let's start right about here. So let's just create a small stockpile there. And when are we in here? December-y, which is summer. So we should be growing immediately. Which, yeah. I'm just gonna create a growing zone. I don't wanna block that heal root. I guess. Let's see, Clint, are you our grower? You have a small passion for it, but Lucy is our other grower, and I gave her 7, so we can start by doing heal root right away, which would be very useful. But let's just build a nice big patch of potatoes, please. No, this is a stockpile. What am I doing? Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I expected, but I realized that I had no plan going into this, and I needed to get some stuff moving here so I wasn't boring you all to tears. So what I did was created a... First thing that I really wanted to do is make sure we get a stone cutting table up. And so this is going to be where we're going to store some blocks, or raw stone. This is going to be where the stone blocks will be stored, just because I decided not to build a wall and, you know, wall ourselves in. It is helpful, however, the first raid is going to be one person, the mad animal. We have guns. It'll be fine. Like, this isn't like my normal start where I start with nothing and I have to, like, build a terrible short bow. So I'm not doing that until I have stone. And so that's going to be a very, very top priority. I also put a stockpile here, of course. This is all roofed. And I'm going to mine this out. And this is going to be Lucy's room. And then Clint's room is going to be over here. But for now, they're both going to sleep right here. I kind of wanted to do that. I thought it'd be fun, seeing as how they're so, you know, they're strangers. And they're like, well, I'm going to mine over here and sleep in this room. And I'm going to sleep over here. So I thought that might be kind of fun. And we can always change these rooms up later. They might not stay that way forever. Who knows? Maybe they'll become lovers and they'll want to sleep in the same room. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. So yeah, so we're going to do some growing. Another one of the mods, I set up all their priorities as well and did all that stuff. I am going to have them do joy time at the same time, just because, you know, they can both take breaks at the same time. They're all each other has. So, you know, let's can you haul that? There you go. Good. Thank you. Clint, can you make sure you haul these components? I don't want these to get destroyed. You'll have to build a kitchen and do all that sort of thing, but getting all the growing up is going to be very, very helpful. What does this need? Wood. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we may have to cut down some more trees. They're cutting down trees as they farm, so we'll see. And then, yeah, it's 71 out. Okay, so it does get pretty warm. And it'd be good if you finished this. Can you actually harvest that tree and then finish building this? That would be great. Clint, you too. There we are. There we are. Okay. Good, good, good. Finish this farming. That'll be fantastic. And you will sleep. It'll be interesting to see what Lucy's sleep schedule is like, since she is an insomniac. So your rest, you're very tired, okay. Awful barrack, yeah, slept on the ground. I know, these are all bad things. But it will get better. So this will be Clint's room. And I guess we'll put Clint... yeah, we'll put that bed there. And I'd like this to be at least good quality. Let's see if we can get one of those. That'd be nice. And then hopefully by the end of today, we can mine out Lucy's room. A couple other quirks about them while they're doing their thing. Lucy here has a bionic hand on her left hand. And I kind of thought, I don't know, ever since I did that with Ailsa's bionic arm, I thought it'd be cool that, like, Lucy got her hand cut off when she was doing some thieving or something happened and she had to get a bionic one. And then Clint kind of gave him an interesting little bit of a backstory. I gave him a synthetic liver. The way I see it is, Clint was an alcoholic and had was having drug problems when he was younger because of his, because of being a boy soldier. And so, you know, he saw a lot of stuff, went really bad in his head, drank a lot, and then he needed a liver really bad, and so he had to spend all of his money, and that's why he had the job he has, because he just is sort of this, like, renegade pilot who needed to get a new liver. And so he spent all his money on that and then became poor and broke. So that's, you know, you got to make up all these stories. That's part of the fun. And I know you all really enjoy that part of this as well. So I want to make sure I put some time and effort into creating these stories. Okay. So Lucy's gonna do this. Did I make you good at this? Sort of. Clint is better, but he doesn't have any passion for it. Clint, I'm also gonna put you at a 2 for mining, because I want to get this done. Yeah. I didn't make any of them good at cooking. That was a little bit to give myself the challenge of it. I kind of figured, though, based on their backstories, that none of them would really, really want to cook. I think I made Clint's a 4. Yeah, so I made them, like, decent at it, but no passion. Because I figured if Lucy was an abandoned child, she was probably having to make her own meals as a kid. And thus, you know, why that happened, right? Lucy's collapsed. Really? Wow. That insomniac trait. That might be a really, really bad thing. Can you go back to your... Go rest. Oh boy. We're gonna have to make sure Lucy gets a really, really, really good bed. So she's not collapsing on the ground. Because that's bad. Okay, we have the stonecutter's table. So let's just do... What do we have around here? Granite. Mostly granite. There's some slate here. But I don't figure we're going to be chopping in too much into this mountainside. I do plan on doing a little bit of mining into this. I know we're going to have bugs, but just a little bit. I don't want to go too far. This is sort of like our barrier, right? And I just kind of feel like we're going to have more open things, but we'll eventually connect all these around and secure ourselves. But just a little bit of that, you know? Probably end up putting a kitchen right, I don't know, maybe in the center here. I don't want to take up that precious growing area. We are going to need to get the stuff growing inside, though, very, very quickly. Because we're not going to be able to grow very much. And I don't want people taking all their time hunting all year. Or in the winter. Okay, so we'll do a bed in here. So you can sleep in a bed. And we're going to do it... Well, I'll just put it down. And then let's make sure it's superior. So you get a lot of rest. And yeah, so let's do granite blocks, because that's the strongest type of block. That'd be the best way to build a wall. Let's do until you have 500. Min stock 100. So then we're not doing it too much, but yet we need to get that going. And I don't want you running around Kingdom Come getting blocks, so let's just make it a radius of 40. Yeah, we should have everything in where we need there. 40 is usually a good barometer for the, you know, the distance to where they're going to go to get a block. Clint's going to keep doing mining. Lucy, how's your rest doing? You're still very tired. Wow. So you don't gain rest very much. You're an insomniac. Yeah, because it's already noon and you're still sleeping and your rest is like not good. Ooh, that's gonna be... That insomniac trait is actually worse than I thought it was going to be. Well, you know what? This is why we need teamwork. We're gonna have to work with it. I mean, this is just who Lucy is, you know? This is just who she is. And we're gonna have to work around it. Although you are very valuable, so if you could get up, that'd be great. You're also getting very hungry during this time. Yeah, that's bad. It's already 5. We have a visitor. Visitors from the Federation of Theomener. Great. Rowan and Evan. Oh, and if you don't know, the Kinsey rating for the sexuality it's a 1 to 6 scale, I believe. Or was it 1 to 5? 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. And basically how that works is if you're a 0, that means you're a straight heterosexual. And if it's 5, that means that you are homosexual. So there are variations. You can change people's Kinsey ratings. So you're a 2. So, you know, kind of experimenting, I guess you could say. So, wow. Can I have you, Rowan? Goodwill. Okay, yeah. We're going to try to recruit you for sure. What about you? Nervous, chemical insurance, pluviophile. Evan likes the rain. He gets a mood bonus when it's pouring outside, especially if he gets to go out in it. Huh. You're also really good. None of you can cook, which is unfortunate. You can't do intellectual... Nervous and the chemical interest isn't good. You can't craft, but you can haul and clean, and you're a really good medic, and you're really good at social and growing and construction. Yeah, I think we're just going to try to get both of you, honestly. Although I kind of want Rowan first. I know she can't fight, but these are really, really great traits. Now, let's just try to get both of them. Screw it. Why don't you guys just stay here? Stay with us. That would really, really be a boost to the colony very, very soon. Trying to get Rowan to stay. Excellent. Lucy's still sleeping. Oh, boy. This seems a little unbalanced to me. And now she's starving. Okay, you're going to need to go and eat. Okay, so Evan joined. Wow, that was really, really quick. Really quick. Okay, well, look at that. We already have, yeah, you can, that's fine. I left everyone on social drugs, because as most of you know, the, what's going on here? The, situation that I normally do is no drugs, because I don't care for it too much. But I'm going to let this one slide, because I feel like these two are going to, they kind of do what they want, you know what I mean? Okay, so, patient, you're a great doctor. That means Lucy, I'm going to put you down as a 2. On doctoring. Bed rest, yes. Hall, 2. Flick, you will be our primary warden. Actually, warden, yeah, you both can warden, but you will be our main negotiator. And you will not do any... you can do that on a 3 if it's needed. You can also hunt. Construct, yes. Grow, yes. Mine. Plant, cut, haul, and clean. Great. So, because you don't have any of these skills, I'm going to turn down plant cutting to a 3 for you. And these are all just very important right now. Yeah. Well, maybe just Clint for now. But, wow, first episode, and we are going to need a name for Evan already. That's awesome. Now, keep in mind, well, I guess you can't keep it in mind because I haven't said anything about it yet. But basically what I'm going to do with this series is I have my next couple of weeks are a little crazy. So what I want to do is make sure that I get a bunch of these episodes recorded before I release. So, I don't know how many I'm going to record just yet, but just so you are aware that when we do name stuff, it may not be for like a few episodes or maybe a couple more until we name them. And that's just, I honestly wasn't expecting to get a colonist this early, but we will rename Evan, and I will put it in the comments of this video so you can, more of you have more time to put in suggestions, which is, you know, it's okay. All right, Clint's going to do some of this, which is great. But just so you're all aware of that, I just kind of wanted to make you aware. Let's get Rowan, too. Rowan's going for a walk. But I would love to get Rowan. Is Evan going down there? You're going to recruit. So we recruit Evan, and then Evan goes and takes his partner, the other person he had, and said, you know what, you should really just stay with us. You offended her. Oh, Evan doesn't have a bed. Do you have anything on you that's good? You have a steel mace. Your shooting is really good. In fact, it's better than Lucy's. But Lucy has a passion for it. Do you have a passion for melee as well? I think you do. It's very low, though. Clint, we're going to give you what's better, the axe or the shovel? 8 melee, 2 cooldown, and your mining speed goes up. Oh, interesting. Plant mining. Oh, okay. Melee damage is 19 with the shovel. But your mining speed goes up. Clint, could you equip the military shovel? And Evan, could you equip the Desert Eagle? And then, because we don't have this finished yet, we are going to give you a sleeping spot. Right there. Is this done? It is. But we need to get it... let's just put a wood door there. And Evan's going to build that. Who's going to build this bed? We need more wood, okay? We need more wood, so we need to chop a little bit more. Great. And the silver hasn't been brought in yet. Lucy, how are you doing with your... What are you... Do you have a military helmet on? Steel simple helmet. Oh, okay. I think Evan must have dropped that. How's your sleep? It's getting there. It's getting there. It's a poor bed. Come on. Come on, Clint. Hunter Lance ranged weapon. Right, because we don't have... Clint, I'm just going to take you off of hunting. Shoddy. Oh, come on, man. I'm also going to put another bed in here. Make this one good. Oh, we got Rowan, too. Wow. This is excellent. Look at that. We just jumped to 4 colonists in the first episode. Wowza. Okay, let's, that's crazy. Okay, we need to set all of your things. So you can all hang out. None of that, please. And, yeah, do all this. You also have a passion for doctoring. So we're going to have a colony of great doctors, which is super, super helpful. Which means we should probably get a medical ward up very soon. Just in case, I mean, now that we have 4 right away, Cassandra's probably going to be like, oh, this is too easy for you. Let's give you the plague. You can also negotiate on our behalf. And we'll have you as, we'll do a 3 on warding. You two are our main wardens. 3 on handling is fine. We don't have any animals just yet. You won't cook. You can grow. I may turn growing down on you two to give you other things to do. But you can plant cut. So that means I'm going to take Lucy off of this, since you can't really craft or do any of this stuff either, and you will research. Excellent. Well, this is fantastic. Okay, so we need another bed. Okay, so we need 4 rooms now. Oof. Okay, it's a lot. Rowan, what did you have? You have a shiv. Yeah, you can't really fight, can you? The steel mace is probably better than the shiv. So how about we give you that? That's fine. You're going to plant cut. We're going to get a lot of these things done as long as we can start building better beds. Okay, this one is superior. Fantastic. Okay, so this is Lucy's room. Lucy, you're going to sleep there. And we're going to make that Lucy's room. Great. Set owner, Lucy. And let's get all this hauled out, please, and cleaned. Okay, we have our mad animal. It's a squirrel. It's up there. Where is our base? We're here. Okay. Okay, and it's coming. Let's get everyone up. I don't want to mess this up. Okay, let's slow it down. Fire at the squirrel, please. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, everyone back. Everything's good. So, yeah, let's get these beds up. And then we need to get more rooms built. Alright, so this one is a good bed. This will be Clint's. And let's take the sleeping spot out since we don't need it. And we'll get another bed. And we'll also make this one a good quality. Wonder Bar. Ancient Danger. Yeah. Oh, you brought this. Why? Oh, does this store rotten? Yeah, we don't want that. Is this like a higher priority? No. Low priority. This one is preferred. Well, no. Let's just keep this one normal. Can you... Cannot... Why? Missing body parts. Sure. Well, whatever. We have other food. We're not going to eat that squirrel anyway. But we need to keep an eye on that. Let's harvest all these berry bushes. And all of this heal root. And let's see, it's the 4th of December. We need to get another growing zone up. And I'm going to leave a 2 gap. And we're going to make this heal root. Oh, it requires an 8. Blast. Well, now that we have more people, we're going to need more food. So, how wide is this? This is 8. Let's make this one an 8 as well of potatoes. And then we'll do another one in here. We'll just do one gap between them. Well, this will be heal root when we can do it. And then I'd also like to make a growing zone of cotton. Just... yeah, this is better soil. So let's do like a long version of just a thing of cotton. Because there's a lot of things in this game that need cotton, especially on the additions of the mods that I've added. Lots of cotton things. Yeah. We gotta get you all rooms. Proper rooms. Let's do... I'll figure out the room situation, but that will have to wait until the next episode. Wow, this was a jam-packed first episode, though. We got 2 colonists additionally. So below in the comments, we need a name for Evan and we need a name for Rowan. Never done 2 in one episode, so make sure you are filling that section with suggestions, please. I want as many as possible so we can get lots of cool options for Evan and Rowan. But I hope you're all excited about this new playthrough as I am, because I'm super stoked about it. I think it's gonna be a very, very fun one. I think the psychology mod and all of that interesting stuff that's gonna go on. I really want to make this more base focused. I want to build some cool stuff. I want to have just, I don't know. I want to build a community. I want to build more of this community aspect of it, which we never really get to delve into that much in the other playthroughs, but I want to focus more on that in this one. So thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you have not. And I will see you in the next episode of Lucy Clint. Bye, everyone.